Well, presidential politics are next. Senator John McCain voiced his strongest criticism yet of Barack Obama's opposition to the surge in Iraq. The issue of the surge, McCain said in a speech, presented a real-time test for a future commander-in-chief, and he said Obama failed it.
But Senator Obama ignored the new and encouraging reality. And I quote him again. Not only have we not seen improvements, he said, but we're actually worsening potentially a situation there. If Senator Obama had prevailed, American forces would have had to retreat under fire. Senator Obama told the American people what he thought you wanted to hear. I told you the truth. In retrospect, given the opportunity to choose between failure and success, he chose failure. I cannot conceive a commander-in-chief making that choice.
John McCain today. Barack Obama, meanwhile, was meeting with French President Nicolas Sarkozy in Paris. Sarkozy said France could work with whomever is elected, but his effusively kind words about Obama bordered on an endorsement. Most nationwide polls show Barack Obama holding a lead over John McCain, but polls taken in some critical individual battleground states in recent days show that the race is tightening. George Stephanopoulos is joining us now from Phoenix, where he's going to be sitting down with Senator McCain tomorrow. George, let's start with these polls. What states and how close is it?
Well, Charlie, this is the Quinnipiac polls. They're the battleground states of Colorado, Minnesota, and Michigan, and it does show some movement for John McCain. In the state of Colorado, Barack Obama was up by about 5 points the last time they polled. Now John McCain is up by 2. He closed the gap by 15 points in Minnesota, really making that a race right now, and he's really holding his own in the key state of Michigan, Charlie, only 4 points behind, according to this Quinnipiac poll, and Michigan is an important state to John McCain. It's been hit hard. The economy has been hit very hard, as you know. It's traditionally been a Democratic state, but he believes that if he can steal the state from Obama, that's the key to victory in November.
Those are all critical states, Minnesota, Colorado, Michigan. Any indication as to what may be moving these polls in those battleground states?
Not really. I mean, Senator McCain has been focusing on those states, no question about that. He's been raising questions about Obama, and these are still, except for the Minnesota, these are still relatively small swings, and all the states are still in play. But there's no question, despite the great week that Barack Obama has had overseas, he hasn't yet seen evidence that it's leading to a real bump up in the polls.
Well, as you mentioned, the Obama trip seems to have gone rather smoothly, and the Obama campaign people are very pleased with the way it went. But the McCain camp thinks, I gather, that the Obama campaign and Obama himself made a considerable misstep when he was in Germany.
That's right. Senator Obama was scheduled to visit wounded soldiers at Landstuhl, the military base in Germany. He decided not to go. There's a dispute over why. According to the Obama campaign, they were told late Wednesday night by the Pentagon that no matter what Senator Obama did or how he visited the soldiers, this would be considered a campaign trip, and he didn't want to be accused of using the soldiers as props. The Pentagon insists that is not the case, that they did not say that Obama couldn't go. They did not say they would call this a campaign trip. They simply said that he had to go in there alone, without campaign aides, without the press, and that Senator Obama chose not to. So there's a disagreement over what happened, but it probably, in retrospect, would have been better for Senator Obama simply to go in on his own and take that risk, because he is getting pressed pretty hard by the McCain camp today.
All right, George Stephanopoulos reporting on some late polls and what's been an interesting week in politics. And as we mentioned, George is there to interview Senator McCain, and I suspect that issue of the Landstuhl visit will come up. The entire interview with Senator McCain will be Sunday with George on This Week.